Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today we are on Train Sim Germany's Mittenwaldbahn route, which runs from... oh, okay, those trees just loaded in quite late. Anyway, yes, the route runs from Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, crossing the border from Austria into West Germany. Not Germany, it is 1989 after all. The Berlin Wall still has a few more months before it comes down. I think that's if I'm getting my history correct. Anyway, today we're driving the Österreichische Bundesbahn in class 1020 Krokodil from here at Mittenwald down to Garmisch. Should be about a 20-minute run. This is actually part 2 of the E684 service that's come from Innsbruck. Had a long layover at Mittenwald to check passengers' tickets and passports, because neither Austria nor West Germany are in the European Union yet, and there's no such thing as a European Union yet. And we have a rake of Silberlinger Endwagen coaches on the back. So yeah, let's get started. We do have the my goodness, that is loud. Winzarten's live weather mod is active and running, so yeah, we've got some decently clear skies and a lot of snow lying around, so that should make the job of us driving the train even more challenging, since the Krokodil locomotives in this game are notoriously difficult to drive. Battery charger on. We do have train heating on, so the passengers can start warming up. Oh. Okay, that was a bit of lag there. Should remember housekeeping. There we go. So we're here and we're going to here. This is Innsbruck down here. And the brakes are also complicated, so you have to set it to unlocked, put it to running, and then relock it as well. Actually, let's apply some of that locomotive brake, and then we should get some safeties on, I do believe. Is it this side? Hang on. So if we hop out real quick, I'm looking for a little there it is. Safety valve. Unisolate the CFA on the outside. This is the only train in the game which I know of that has the safety systems on the outside and not the inside of the train. So then we walk back here and it should be... yep. Induci and CFA all are set now. Yeah. Alright, so not too long till we leave. We have an intermediate stop at Kleis in 7 minutes. Here's the whistle. Thanks to TSG's efforts, we do have also 2 other variants of the Krokodil family in the game besides the 1020. Those being the DRG BR 194, which is the West German version of the Krokodil, which is used for hauling freight on Link Rheinstrecke, and then there's the E94088, which is actually a preserved ex-OBB 1020 that's still in service today, and I believe that has some scenarios on the Pfalzische Ludwigsbahn route. Look at those mountains! Holy! Hang on, can I get a good shot from here? Like, yeah, like TSG, oops, did some sterling work on these mountains, I must say. 5 kilometers to Kleis, and I believe there's also a passing loop somewhere. Aha, here it is. At the former station site of Kaltenbrunn, and there's also a mysterious portal near Kaltenbrunn, which I'll show you once we get over there. Oh man, it is good to be back in the 1020. Haven't driven this old girl in a fair bit. Hang on, can I get a good shot from here? Oh, field of view is slightly off. I like having it on 25% exactly. Oh my goodness, you have to get the camera so far down to see the mountains. To get the mountains in, like, a decent frame. Oh my goodness. And there's even a bit of a mountain sticking up above the clouds. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Nah. I'll see if I can... I'll wait and see if I can get a better shot further along the line. Just a fair word of warning for those who haven't experienced the Krokodil locomotives in this game. They are an absolute... unless you're willing to experience pain and suffering with trying to learn these things, do not get them unless you're up for a challenge. Because they are quite difficult. Like, really difficult. Hang on. Can we get... Ooh. Hang on. Oh, the bridge allows us to get the camera a bit lower. Hang on. Trying to get all of this in frame. Let's get a bit of motion blur on the go. Just a subtle effect, not too much. Hang on, if I turn them... let's actually increase the depth of field so we get the mountains in frame. Actually, no, I just want a subtle blur effect on the mountains. Just enough to... Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, that looks so good. Oh. Do I want to upload this? Yeah, I want to upload this to Dovetail Live as well. Also, you'll notice that the number on our locomotive is 1020-006. So if anyone's watched a James Bond film, GoldenEye, you will know exactly what 006 means. Yeah. Mittenwaldbahn is... Oh my goodness, I forgot how loud this thing was. It is so loud! And we're not getting a high frame rate. I forgot how Mittenwaldbahn is a bit punishing on the old frame rate. But hopefully we shan't have too many issues with that. Oh man, this route in the snow, this has to be the most beautiful mountain route in the whole game. And if you're on a computer, there's even a modern timetable mod which you can get from the Train Sim community website. Which means, so if you want to do some practice before jumping into the retro stock, there's always the option to do the older stock. This service is E684 Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof to Garmisch-Partenkirchen Part 2, if I haven't mentioned that already. Yeah. So a full run of this line takes about an hour and 30 minutes, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do something from Mittenwald to Garmisch. Oh, hello. Easy does it. Easy. We are leveling out, so I'll try and reduce... There are... Oh! This is the field where the... These are the fields where the cows spawn in summertime. Are they around? Yes! They're around! Look at that! Hello, cows. They're actually animated, which is very cool. And they actually... These little beggars can actually stray onto the track and you have to... And they actually respond to whistles as well from the train. So, hang on. Can I get the cow in like a good... Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. Hang on, I'll turn down the field of view just a tad. Yeah, that's good. Upload that to Dovetail Live. That won't be the thumbnail, but that's just a pretty hilarious juxtaposition that I think works pretty well. Alright, you do have to get some locomotive brake on the go. Watch out for cows on the track. Sadly... We haven't gotten animated cows on any other route since Mittenwaldbahn came out, but that'd be nice if we could have some on other routes, if TSG would let other developers use those assets. I imagine we'll have some on Neckartalbahn, because that's the next route by TSG. And that will be actually have a steam in the... Right, just a warning blast of the whistle. Just to warn the dastardly cows to stay out of our way. That's so cool. I didn't realize. I thought they only appeared at certain times a year. Oh well. Alright, engage thrust, please. These things are so ancient. I love them. Like, the Krokodil locomotives are just so... Yeah, they were built pretty early in the 1940s by Deutsche Reichsbahn, I think it was, back in the day. During the period, which YouTube would not let me talk about if I don't want my video to be restricted. But yeah, these locomotives survived that period and went on to have healthy peacetime lives, with the last ones not being retired until the early 1990s after half a century in service. Oh, hello. Switch it off, Mike. Switch it off. Hello. No, you don't, Sunshine. Not too quickly. The locomotive brake on the Krokodil is pretty effective at slowing down, I must say. How's performance? 37 frames? Yeah, that's not too bad. Just make sure we can't go too quickly. The gradients on this line are incredibly challenging, and I really do mean that. This route, the Mittenwaldbahn, if you're not paying attention, it will kick you. Like, it is incredibly dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It's very technical, steep, punishingly restrictive speed limits, and with retro rolling stock. What more could you ask for? Okay, because Inducey has a history of punishing me, I'll just acknowledge that signal, despite the fact it is green. 800 meters to Kleiss. We might actually make it on time, to be fair. Might actually make it on time, who knows? I don't have a history of making it on time on this line, but we'll see. Do have a signal coming up. Oh yeah, yellow, so I will have to acknowledge this one. Let's just hold the Inducey until after we're past. Okay, we do have a... Let's just go down to 45 just in case. Alright. As per usual, there's a gigantic traffic jam waiting for me to go over this set of points here. And, ooh, hello! Look at that! You don't see that every day on this line. A freight train with a selection of wagons on the back. Looks as though there has some RMMS flatbeds with some logs on it, some ES50, a couple of ES50 hoppers, some... Hang on, whatever these wagons are, which I cannot remember what these are for the life of me. Shims wagons, that's the ones. A couple of empty RMMS wagons, then some metal steel bars on this one. Alright, RMMS, and then another ES50, another Shims, and then another RMMS with steel on it. Alright. Arriving pretty closely on time, I must say. I must have a... Alright, we are slightly late, but much less late than I'd expect, given that it's me we're talking about here. Heaven knows I'm not the most confident driver in the world. Right. Wonder what service that even is, because I would love to do a proper freight run on this line. Garmisch to Innsbruck. Wait a minute, that does the whole line? Woohoo! That's pretty impressive. Albeit in two parts, but still impressive. So yeah, after this we'll be heading via the Kaltenbrunn Loop, past the mysterious portal, and then into Garmisch Platform 3. Alright. I believe this service is also guardable if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not too into guard mode these days. Right, we do have 11 kilometers to Garmisch. And we're off. One nice thing about Mittenwaldbahn is you don't get too many frame rate drops thanks to other stock. Because, yeah, you don't have too much stock on this line at all. It's just single track most of the way. Even in the modern day, this is mostly a single track line. Nowadays, I believe they use the BR1442 Talent 2 for running on this line, which is a much more capable unit than the Krokodil. Alright, let's cut the power, since we are heading downhill. Set the locomotive brake to hold. Let's get some brake juice going on there. Oh, seems as though we're heading uphill a bit. Let's give it some welly. The maximum speed limit on this line is only 80 kilometers an hour, but the limit most of the time being stuck at 60. So you do get time to admire the absolutely jaw-dropping scenery on this line. TSG did an absolutely magnificent job on the scenery. Like, the mountains are second to none. Cows ahead? Cows ahead, right. We do not want cows getting in the way. There was actually a bug when this route originally came out. That was, cows would just wander onto the tracks and wouldn't get off when you blew the whistle. So you basically had no choice but to run them over. But thankfully that was patched, and now they seem to respond. The cows seem to be pretty much bug-free. Good. Easy does it. Not too fast now. Right. Easy. Just hold it right there. This thing is this route is gorgeous. Speaking of single track mountain routes, I wish the scenery on US American freight routes, like Horseshoe Curve or Clinchfield Railroad, had been up to the standard that this route is, because I do like me a bit of American freight from time to time, and the fact that we don't have really have a decent American freight route in the game apart from Sandpatch Grade to this and Clinchfield to this day just aggravates me. Well, with decent scenery, I mean. Yeah. Look at those sun rays poking through. That's gorgeous. Absolutely friggin' gorgeous. And this is with live weather. I did not plan this or anything. I just fired up my computer and was like, oh, okay, I'll record. Oh, wow, that's basically perfect lighting. We are going to be passing another station which is actually only used for skiing trains, Garmisch-Partenkirchen Keinzenbad. That's normal trains. Timetable trains do not stop there, but there's only one scenario where you actually get to stop a train there, because it's only used for skiing trains, because there's a famous ski resort right there. Right, easy does it. Need to stick at 40 until we get out of the Inducey zone. There's another double yellow this time. I think this is the first time I've driven on the Mittenwaldbahn on camera in TSW6. Right. Hard to finagle the locomotive brakes sometimes. Oh! Looks as though signals cleared us through. But I just want to confirm that we have the all clear before heading back up to 60. I don't know if this is the correct procedure or not, but I'm just erring on the side of caution because Inducey has annoyed me before. Here we're at the passing loop at the former station of Kaltenbrunn. There's the former station building on the right there. I believe in the modern day that has been demolished, but the loop is actually still here. So let's give it a bit of extra welly to try to get up to 150, because we are going under the limit here. Yay! We're out of restrictions, inducing restrictions, and we can go back up to 60. Let's actually cut off the power because I do not want to overspeed by accident. Let's put the locomotive brake in hold mode. Whistle. Yeah. We're doing well so far. If we just speed ahead real quick. If we go into this little patch of forest on the right hand, is it over here? I think it's over here. On the right hand side here, you will see that the light turns really weird, and then we have a little portal here. I believe this is some sort of meme, but it's an actual quick travel portal to north of, I cannot remember the station name, somewhere on the Mittenwaldbahn route, if you have that. I do not know why this exists. It's just funny. No, I remember the name of the station. It's actually Kilianstadt. Kilianstadt station is where the other portal is. How's frame rate? 35 FPS. That's not bad for this line. I've experienced lower, that's for sure. Locomotive brake can actually hold the train most of the time. It's actually quite decent in that regard. Excuse me. I do absolutely love this route to bits, and I cannot wait for Neckartalbahn when TSG releases that, because that should be an absolute blast, especially with the VR23 steam locomotive that they've got lined up for that. There's also going to be some electric stuff, but we don't know what that is yet, and the route's going to be set in 1974, I believe it is. So yeah, honestly, I cannot wait. Like, the VR23 is going to... I really hope that's going to be good, because TSG are doing some updates to the currently worked steam physics for the 23, but hopefully those will get patched, backported. I know that Dovetail Games, who developed the original steam locomotives for this game, have said that they're not going to backport, but if there's a good reaction, maybe there will be. Maybe they will be backported. Never say never. And it'll also be the first German route based out of Heidelberg, I believe it is. Should be very nice indeed. Under 3 kilometers to Garmisch, but we only have 2 minutes to get there, so I don't think we're making it on time. But it doesn't really matter, since I'm never... I know I try to stay on time for TSW runs, but I'm almost never on time on Mittenwaldbahn, simply because it's so difficult to drive. Oh, what even is that off to the left there? Some kind of hospital, maybe? You'll have to let me know down in the comments, because I have no idea what that is. We do have Garmisch-Partenkirchen Kaisenbad coming up, which is the ski slope station. Let's try saying that 5 times fast. Nice little bridge here. Nice. There's the ski slope on. Well, it's not a ski slope, it's a ski jump, my apologies. I forgot. I thought it was just a ski slope. It's actually a ski jump. So yeah, I don't believe that is accessible on foot, but it's just visually modeled. But I'm fine with that. I don't exactly want to go skiing in this game. Right, here's Garmisch-Partenkirchen Bad. That's only used when there's a ski jump tournament on at this facility here. Otherwise, it is completely not used at all with just locals heading to Garmisch-Partenkirchen station itself if they want to get a train. Yeah. Ooh, nice little covered rope bridge there. Didn't know that was a thing. I forgot that was a thing, to be more precise. I love how the mountains are just cut off by the cloud cover. That's so cool. Having the live weather app in TSW really is like it is a pretty transformative experience if you're on PC, because it just directly injects the weather into the game that it has in real life. There are a few discrepancies because obviously like translation and stuff, but other than that, it seems to be a pretty good system. It seems to be pretty accurate to the real life area. And doing a run up Mittenwaldbahn in the snow just always makes my day. This is an awesome route. And if you haven't picked it up yet, I highly recommend you do so. Right, 800 meters. We're already late, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just acknowledge the signal, just in case. Ooh, we heard the signal go down. There's a 365 for Mittenwaldbahn, 111 for this route. Another 1020. I believe there are some services which use that little turntable thing there. Right. Here we go. There's some more shims and RMMS wagons over there. Some more RMMS over here. There's a pretty large hub, Garmisch. Alright. 1 minute late, but... There's a 111 there. Do like the 111. It's also drivable on Link Rheinstrecke if you have the 1984 timetable for that. Oh, and it's got the ugly... Oh, wait a minute. I have to go into photo mode because I have to show you the interior. I think these are Rheingold coaches. Yeah, they are. So the maroon ones are first class. If you have a look in there. Let's widen the field of view a bit so you can actually see what's going on. Color scheme, pretty tolerable, right? But if we go into the second class stuff, what on earth were these designers thinking? These are accurate to real life. There are real life pictures of this and of it looking this ugly. And I must say that color scheme has to be one of the most eye-wateringly bad ones I've ever seen. There is, I'm a massive fan of yellow. It's my favorite color, but using it in combination with like these blues and these reds, it's just, ugh. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I'm not saying that to deprecate the coaches. I think the coaches, TSG did a great job with the coaches, but oh, overshoot. Alright. Welcome to Garmisch. Yeah, TSG did an excellent job modeling the coaches. It's just that the coaches themselves are ugly. Not the outside. I think the outside looks cool, but the inside could definitely do better. Anyway, lock the doors. And there we go. Only 65 points lost to speeding. Nice. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.